What's up? It's DD out here in Los Angeles. Chris is in Pittsburgh and Dan is in London. You're going to hear from him in a little bit. It's the Brunch Breakdown Podcast. And one of the cool things about doing this podcast is we get to talk about everything. One of the shitty things about this podcast is sometimes we miss stuff. Like last Sunday, everything in the world happened when we got done recording. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, Usher and the Super Bowl halftime show. All of this happened within hours of us not ending recording the podcast. So we're going to talk about those things today, and we're going to give our September MVPs and a bunch more because it's the Brunch Breakdown Podcast. And you can find us everywhere you listen to podcasts. Dan's not here, so you're not going to get the great spiel of everything. Just listen to the Sounds of Brunch podcast because we're going to talk music later as well. But Chris, I'm starting this out this way because I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Because you missed when we talked about NIL deals, and a great NIL deal came up through the feeds. The Iowa State Cyclones, they've got 4 players who are now signed an NIL deal with the Iowa Pork Producers Association. And they posted this picture with purchase more human bacon, and their players are Miles Purchase, tight end Tyler Moore, Tommy Hammond, and Caleb Bacon. Amazing. Purchase more ham and bacon. Incredible. So I need to ask you, Chris, who would you do an NIL deal with?
It's a great question. And I was bummed that I missed the episode when you guys talked about that because I really wanted to talk about it, and I'm glad I get a chance here.
Yes.
But now I feel like I'm woefully unprepared. There are 2 things that came to mind. One was like these Iowa State football players getting like a play off of your last name.
Yeah.
Or something that I use all the time, and then I can get like it for free, like a lifetime thing, or like for however long I would be in college. So I was always very inspired by former Nebraska Cornhusker DeColdis Crawford, who, while he was a Nebraska Cornhusker, no longer is he there, but while he was there, he booked maybe the best NIL deal of all time with a HVAC company, and he started promoting air conditioning. DeColdist started promoting air conditioning, which I thought was genius. And now my last name is Gates, and so I feel like there's this isn't exciting. It's not exciting, but I could probably rack up some money here by doing some type of like fencing company or something like that, right? Be the face of that, because in this scenario, in this, made up situation you've presented, I am a good college athlete of some type, right?
Of course.
So as the starting quarterback with the last name Gates, I am going to book a 6-figure deal, use my promo code Gates to get, I don't know, the fence put up at your house or some shit. I don't know. It's not interesting, but I think that there's a throughway there for me to make a lot of money. Otherwise, man, like I'm a pretty routine dude. So I eat a lot of the same things. I wear a lot of the same types of clothes. And like any of those things that I normally use, like Frank's Red Hot, let's do a deal, right? Tony C's Creole seasoning, let's do a deal. If these guys at Iowa State can book a deal with ham and bacon, Chris Gates would love a chicken deal, like Kirkland brand Costco chicken breast. Let's go. Let's do it, because I'm blowing through those a mile a minute over here at the HQ, at the Gates household. And, if I can, and so it's important to like do a deal where like people aren't going to see through it. You know what I mean? People aren't going to say like, he's just selling me on some shit. You need to have a deal where people are like, I can tell he's being truthful about what he's saying about this product. And you would know that I was being truthful if I was talking to you about Kirkland brand Costco chicken breast, because I live it every day. So those are the two routes that I went. What did you end up saying on the episode with Dan?
Clairton was a big one.
Again, something you use every day, and you could
yes.
Yeah.
And we realized how we could get like an offensive lineman, and it was like, oh, and this I would like go on the play off the breathe right strip, sort of, but like, you know, the offensive lineman, they'd be going up to the line, we're like, oh, Dudley, that's not the C it's not the captaincy that he's wearing, that's the Clairton C that he's got. Guys really breathing right. And so that's what we had there. I forget what else I had, but Clairton was definitely the big one. That was the big one for me. Yeah. Clairton, and I know Raising Cane's was a big one because like you guys are getting Raising Cane's coming.
Dude, right down the hill from me, like literally like 5 minutes from my house.
Like I was saying this on the pod, I don't know if I'm just going crazy over this, but like I think Raising Cane's is the best fast food ever.
Okay.
I'm not kidding whatsoever. Like it's shockingly good.
Really?
It's I'm telling you, it is really good. And if you want to make it like the best chicken you can get for fast food, it's the best chicken you get for fast food. It's better than Chick-fil-A. It's better. It's great.
Is that what it is? It's like primarily chicken?
Yes, it's primarily chicken.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what they're known for. They got cane sauce is awesome. I'm telling you, like they're going all over the place. And I'm like, you gotta, yeah. I think it's the best fast food. I really think it is. And it's weird to say that, but man, they got something going.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah, it is right down the hill from, or it's going to be right down the hill from me. I see the progress in the build of this place every day, and we're getting closer.
Yeah, we'll get ready for some long lines, but that might actually, give you a break. Feel like, Katie, I'm gonna go get Raising Cane's for the fam. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Really, you'll be back in like an hour. But
it's gonna be
she
a nightmare.
Doesn't need to know that.
It's gonna be a nightmare. They're building it right next to a Permane Brothers and a milkshake factory, so it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a disaster.
Well, see, Chris, I'm trying to give you a break here, so I'm trying to give you a little break. Say, I'm gonna go get food for the fam, and just come back when you come back. Hey, I didn't know it was gonna be this long of a line. I'm already in it. I can't get out.
See you in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's like I can't get out of the line. What am I gonna do? You know what I mean? I can't back up. Can't go for it. Just give me a little break right there.
I like it.
Don't tell Katie. That's all. Well, I'm happy we got your NIL deal. So now let's get it off our chests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get this off of my chest. I was going to talk about one thing, but you just mentioned Costco and it just remembered me another thing. And also, because I was going to talk about birthdays, but like I still got birthdays coming up, so I can talk about that later. So got through a big milestone in adulthood. We bought a garage fridge. Okay.
Hey.
Bought a garage fridge. And mainly we bought a garage fridge because I was like, if we're going to do the Costco thing, we have to get a garage fridge. Have to. So now we're doing Costco. And I have a question for you, Chris, because you mentioned that with the Kirkland brand stuff. What is it that you like about Costco the most? Because I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I'm not mad about the membership situation, but I need to know what you like about Costco the most.
I think probably it's like actually the meat. Like their meats, I think, are higher quality than you can get almost anywhere. Like even at like nice grocery stores that would specialize in that, I think Costco is right up there on par. And that's, I mean, we load up. So if you want some protein, man, that's the superstore to get it from.
Okay. Because for me, I was like, this store has too many things that like get me distracted. So like, because I'm big on prepared food sections, big on prepared food sections.
And theirs is good.
There's too much. There's too much of it. There's too much. They have just build your own taco bars. They just have them there.
I love those.
And I'm like, guys, like, you can't, I'm just going to buy all prepared food and then I'm not saving any money. I'm just going to be like, oh, you guys got stuffed peppers? Let me buy these. Oh, you guys got this. Like, it's too much of it. So I'm like, and I went there and I spent like a bunch of money. Mom was like, what else did you get? And I'm like, this. And she's like, that doesn't feel like enough. And I'm like, she's like, you could make this stuff with different ingredients. And I'm like, yeah, but also it's prepared. I'm not allowed to go in that store by myself anymore. That's the main thing with get it off my chest. I'm not allowed to go into that store by myself anymore because I'm like, yeah, we need these apple tart cakes that come in a pack of 9. They come in a box of 9. Yes, we need those. They look amazing. I'm not like, I shouldn't. Me and Mayhem went in the store and it was just like, I'm just loving life going through it. And then got to the end. I was like, wow, I spent a lot of money and feel like I could have got more. I shouldn't be allowed in here by myself anymore. Costco's a lot, man. I'm telling you. And then all of a sudden, you take a left turn and there's TVs, and then you take a right turn and it's like, what? There's too much going on for me to be in there by myself. I can't be trusted.
Dude, and the dangerous thing is right when you figure out like where things are, they change it up on you. And then you start noticing new shit. It's like quarterly, I swear, they change. I think Dan confirmed this before. They changed on a quarterly basis, like where some of the stuff is located, just to make you walk through that store to find the thing that you're looking for. And along the way, you're going to find 7 things you never saw. Like they're geniuses. The prepared food is really good. The way I do it, the strategy I take is I'm going in there with a list, right? It's important to do your prep. You got to have a list. And then on the list is one prepared food item that you're going to eat when you get home. So you got like the one thing that you're going to eat that day. And then the rest is food prep for the week. So that's, and those tacos are fire.
Yeah, of course they are. Like, it's just, they do the job for you. So why not just, it's just, but yeah, wow. I got to tell you, it was something. One other funny Costco thing, to get off my chest. If you're going to Costco for one thing, why? Like, I saw this guy running through the store, trying to run through carts. He has this one cake. And you went to Costco to get this one last minute cake that you obviously forgot for some big occasion or whatever it's going on. I don't know if it's a picnic or whatever is going on. And you're rushing through Costco. Costco is not a rush store.
No.
It's not a store that you're like, oh man, got to get this one thing. Let me rush in and out. No, not working. So just chill out. Don't go to Costco for one thing, people. Because this guy was really angry, like trying to rush through people. I'm like, the wrong store. The carts are this big. Like, who are you running through? It was a lot, but yeah.
The only excuse is if you're getting a TV or a piece of furniture. Then it's like a one item trip. I went to a Costco in Wisconsin one time and I saw a guy walk out of there with a bottle of vodka and a canoe.
Oh.
And I was just like, where are we going? Let me come with you. Like, what's going on today? Let's party. That's the dream.
Bottle of vodka and a canoe. So what, that guy forgot that he was going canoeing. Like, who forgot? It was like, oh shit, it's Sunday. Oh, where can I get a canoe and some alcohol? Oh yeah, see ya. I'm gonna meet the boys up at the lake. Nice. Well, Chris, get it off your chest.
All right. Today I want to talk about a trend that I'm actually a huge fan of, but along the way, I'm going to talk about something I'm also not a huge fan of. Okay. So in general, like, the fashion is cyclical, right? So we're seeing now that the things that we wore when we were in high school and middle school are coming back, right? Like, and a lot of that is the baggy pants. We're seeing cargo-ish stuff come back. So baggy clothing it has become a thing. It's not like this is just happening. It's been like for a couple of years now. I am not necessarily a huge fan of this coming back, but what I will tell you is the one piece of this trend that I really, really adore and am embracing is the oversized shirt, like oversized, long-sleeved, comfortable shirts. That is my jam, and I support it. But at the same time, the lower body clothing needs to stop. What we're doing with pants, especially for dudes, has to stop. And maybe I'm mad about it because I work in the fitness industry, and the fitness industry perpetuates a lot of the stupidest shit that you see in this world. But like, I'm seeing way too many dudes wearing baggy, pleated cargo pants that just like, and we're acting like it's acceptable. We're acting like it's cool. We're acting like that's how you should walk out in public, and we shouldn't do that anymore. Like, that has to stop. So get rid of the baggy pants. Get rid of anything cargo. Why are we pleating? Why are we pleating the pants? Why are we doing that to the crotch? Just stop that. But I think it's okay to keep the oversized, comfortable fit, baggy shirt. I'm all about that. Otherwise, stop what you're doing, people.
Okay. Yeah. There's too much cargo going on. There's just too much. Like, I'm not even mad about the baggy pants. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about the sort of oversized, like, dress pant thing that's happening. I'm not really angry about it. I'm angry about the pockets on the sides.
Yeah.
And I saw pockets at the ankle. I was like, why are we doing this? Like, that look cool to you? Like, that's the part that I don't get. It's like, with styles, when they come back, it's usually the popular ones. They come back because, like, kids are like, oh, that actually looks cool. I want that.
Yeah.
So you wear it again, right? I just don't understand what people think looks cool about that. It's like, we wore them. Sorry, guys. It wasn't. No.
Yeah, it doesn't work. And I think, like, I have less of a problem with kids wearing it. What drives me up a wall is people our age stop what you're doing. Your time has passed. There's a lot of things that people our age as parents do because they haven't, like, figured out that you got to understand you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and, like, stop. Just stop what you're doing. Unless you're a celebrity, stop what you're doing. Like, that's what drives me up a wall. It's not as much like the kids in high school or college doing whatever the trend, because that's your time. This is your time to look weird in photos, and 10 years later, you look back and be like, haha, that was a phase. When you're 37, it's not a phase anymore. You're trying to be something you're not, or you clearly haven't figured life out, and that you look ridiculous. So it has to stop. Like, adults, we can do a little baggier fit up top, but the lower body shit, it has to stop. It had pants and, God forbid, cargo shorts. It's over. It's not 2003.
I'm with you. And you know me, I am always here to tell people that, all right, guys, like, it's time to get a suit that fits. You're 37. Make sure your suit fits. And Chris, you're probably one of those people that needs to make sure your suits fit, because you've had a body transformation. Probably can make sure those suits fit.
They don't.
For the next outing. See,
they don't. The good thing is, no one invites me to places to dress formal. But the coats and the shirts still fit well. The pants, it's like there's less room where the quads are, but there's too much room where the calves are, and we need to tailor these up a little bit. So I don't know. Whoever has the next wedding, I'll figure it out by then.
Yeah, just a quick trip to the tailor, get you straightened out. It's real quick. You know what I mean? Don't even have to get new suits. But yeah, it's like, all you people getting your bodies right, make sure your suits aren't freaking as baggy as this hoodie is when you go to wear it. So, but no, I hear you, dude. If you're in your late 30s, like, just get it together. Yeah. Well, let's get into Brews Day, Christopher.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it. All right. I had a beer last night. Me and Siobhan went out and got some barbecue, which was freaking awesome. Tarantula Hill Brewing Company. It is the Liquid Candy Hazy IPA, and it has a ton of flavor, just a ton of flavor. I feel like it's got pineapples in it. I feel like you taste some cherries in it. You just taste a lot of stuff in this thing. And it is just like liquid candy. And, that's about as good as a description of beer as you're going to get from me from that. But it was just very like, whoa, this has a lot of flavor in it. And it was super good. And I mean, listen, I love barbecue and I need beer when I like, specifically with barbecue, ribs, brisket, pulled pork, whatever. It's beer for me always with barbecue. And that was perfect. So shouts to Tarantula Hill Brewing Company in Thousand Oaks, which is like about 30 minutes from LA, and their liquid candy IPA.
Nice. Liquid candy. I mean, with a name like that, you got a lot of billing to live up to. So I'm glad that it did.
Yeah.
I have one. I'm actually going to drink it right now because I'm afraid if I don't start drinking these, my wife is going to drink all of them and I'll be out of them, because this is a non-alcoholic mango dragon fruit fruited sour from Untitled Art. And as you said, flavor, holy shit, lots of it. Hey, and Dan, Steel City Dan, I know hopefully you'll listen to this after the fact. I have a couple of these for you whenever I see you at another tailgate. That said, our football team sucks, so maybe I won't see you at another tailgate. But I have a couple of these for Dan because I know he loves this brewery. I don't know what, I mean, I think I've seen a picture of dragon fruit. I've never eaten one. Don't know what it tastes like, but I have had beers that have apparently dragon fruit in them. So that's my connection to the dragon fruit thing that happens somewhere in this world. And all of the liquid evidence I have of dragon fruit is phenomenal. It's probably a great tasting fruit. I don't know when I'll ever try it. Do they sell it in grocery stores?
I have no idea. These are things that I just hear about in things.
Yeah.
And I drink those things.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like hibiscus. Like hibiscus is in like every drink that I like.
Yeah.
So like, and I have no idea what a hibiscus looks like. I don't know what hibiscus is, but I know it fits my flavor profile. Like I know it's me. Like I like hibiscus. I have no idea where you get hibiscus. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. That's another one. Couldn't tell you. Costco needs to start selling dragon fruit and hibiscus, and then me and Didi will do a detailed review at some point in the future. But
dude, I'm gonna write this down. That's a topic for the future. Just like, where do you get this stuff?
That's a good one. That should just be like we'll just do a Q&A episode with Dan and he'll tell us all the grocery stores we could go to. That's
perfect. Yeah. Cause there are a lot of things that are in a lot of things. I'm like, wait, I don't know. What is dragon fruit? I know what a dragon is.
And I know what fruit is.
I know what fruit is. But like, when did the dragon and the fruit have sex? Like, when did this?
How did it happen? How did they meet? Was it on Match? Was it on Tinder? How did this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
These are the questions.
We need answers. But it's very flavorful. It's tart, a little bit sour, and I enjoy it. So cheers, Didi.
Beautiful. Cheers. It's middle of the day.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the day.
We're doing brunch at lunch. What a concept.
What a concept.
Tell you what.
Genius. Gotta love it. All right. Well, let's get into the main menu and talk about all the things that went down this week, some that we missed, some that we didn't. So Usher, Super Bowl halftime show. I am unbelievably excited. This is a long time coming. And I feel like, and I could be wrong here, but I feel like this might be the most, at least over the past 10, 15 years, the most universally applauded halftime show pick maybe in ever. Because I feel like everyone's just like, I feel like there were a lot of people I saw like tweets and stuff. They were like, wait, Usher hasn't performed the Super Bowl halftime show before? And I'm like, nope, hasn't done it. So yeah, I'm very excited for this because it's just going to be hit after hit. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, man. He's had just hits in every decade since we were kids. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And this is going to be kind of like with Rihanna doing it where like, what's going to be on the cutting room floor? Because he's not going to be able to play all of them. If he does, he's going to be doing 20 seconds a song. Like there's not enough time. I can't wait to see it though. And like I've never seen him perform live, but I think we all know enough about Usher as a performer to know that like, he's got it. Like, there's a lot he could do on stage to entertain you. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. The first time I think I became aware of Usher was when he was in that movie She's All That, and he was the DJ for that high school. And then ever since then, he's been in my life, and I've been so happy about it. So I'm excited. Good for you, Usher. I'm ready to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's wild when someone's had hits in the 90s, in the 2000s. Well, he was the biggest artist in the 2000s, and then friggin', hits in the 2010s. It's now, it's pretty awesome. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Super Bowl halftime. I can't wait. And people keep asking, oh, who guests is he going to bring out? I want no guests. I want no guests. I want no one. I want no guests. Like, get out of here with the guest shit.
Well, that's what Rihanna did, right? She didn't have any.
Yeah. We don't need them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. Just, he doesn't need them.
No.
How old was he in the 90s when he first got famous? Was he like 16? Like, holy shit.
I think like him.
How old is he now? I'm going to Google this. How old is he? How old? You want to wager a guess?
My guess is 40, because my guess is like 42, 3. How old?
44.
Okay.
He was born in 1978. So in the late 90s, he was like 20.
Yeah.
When he first got famous. That's a long time to be famous too, man.
A long time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anything about fame, but I get the impression it can wear on people. And he's flourished in it for like 3 decades now. It's pretty impressive.
I'm always fascinated about that. The people who because you hear so many stories about like the people who were famous young and then they had their awful moment, but then there's like so many who just like who missed all of that, but they were famous that young too. And so I'm just it's pretty wild. Like, it's like I've been listening to Usher forever. Like, I'm like, it's weird when you can say like I've been listening to you since middle school. Like, My Way came out in 97. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, that's insane. I was like, I've been listening to you since I had a Discman on a bus going to a 7th grade basketball game.
Yeah, and now I can just speak it into the air, play Usher, and something will start playing your music. It's crazy.
Literally. That's pretty wild. Oh my God. Wow, we're old. Or, you know what? I don't want to say we're old. It's just, listen, we can't, technology moves fast. I don't know what to tell you.
I think we're the most fascinating generation because of that right there. Like, there's people who have been more impressive, been braver, been stronger, but like, I think we're pretty fascinating.
Yeah, we're definitely more fascinating.
We grew up with tape decks and Atari, and now like I can just, like I just said, I can just speak something into the air and it happens. And now my kids are growing up thinking like they can do that. When we go in the car and they're like, Alexa, play that. I'm like, no, see, you can't, like, that's just not, it's not how life works. You can't do it everywhere. We gotta, you say, it's crazy, but
yeah, dude. Baby boomers or whatever had World War II or whatever generation before that. They had those wars, Vietnam. Screw that. We used to have to take Discman to school, and you couldn't move because if you didn't have the 45-second anti-skip, you couldn't listen to the music like on a bus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I tried to mow the lawn with that shit. Do you know how impossible that was to be stepping and pushing, and that thing skipping all the time? It's crazy.
Dude. Okay, who's more important? Neil Armstrong or the first person at your school that had the anti-skip on the Discman?
Well, one of them impacted my life more.
See?
And it wasn't the man on the moon.
See?
It doesn't need to be right, like, but it's true. Okay?
It's true. It's true to me. Like, just saying.
Yeah.
First person who had that anti-skip, that was whoa. Or at least it was the same feeling as you watching the news that night and they're like, oh, breaking news, there's a man on the moon. Maybe it was definitely the same feeling.
There was a man on the moon moment for you.
1000%.
Didi, so and Usher has bridged the gap for all of us. We'll bring it back to Usher. How many times would you estimate that you burned an Usher song on a CD?
Holy shit. Oh, God. A lot. A lot. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot. Especially like because remember when it was hard to burn a CD, you kind of had to like have the right thing, but then it got easy to burn a CD.
Yeah.
So once it got easy and you just had the stack of, you just bought like the 100 things from Office Max.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, at least 100 times. Like, you just burn CDs and just throw them out. You just burn CDs for a ride down the street. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put these 10 songs on a CD and just leave the house. Like, because once it got easy, it was like you were just putting anything on a CD.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I used to, the thing that I started burning CDs with was like, it was like the size of 2 VCRs. Like if you stack them next to each other, but it was like a whole thing connected. And then, yeah, like it felt like with it, like we spent a ton of money on that. And then like within 2 years, it didn't need that thing anymore. And you could do it so easily. But
yeah, because you
I still have some of the CDs you burned me, Didi. They're legendary.
Dude, see, people always, because I wish I had them. Because like out of all the things that my parents kept, they just threw out all my CDs. Just threw them out. CD's gone. But like everything else is there. Like I don't need the freaking things of football cards. Like the freaking I have so many albums of football cards of players that make no sense. They're just still there. Oh, you might want them. They might be worth something someday. You know what I want? The mixtape that I made December 18th of 2007. That's the one. The one with Miss New Booty and some... like that's the one I want. You know, I want my spring break mix from 2006. That's what I want.
You would be able to time travel any day of the week. You could go back into that period of time. I have a couple. Yes. So for the listeners out there, Didi, you know, back when we were still burning CDs, he would burn me CDs that were called hodgepodges. Okay. And I have like 7 or 8 hodgepodges. Didi, I'll try and maybe I'll mail a couple of them to you on your birthday or something like that.
You got to keep the copy though. So you got to figure out a way to burn CDs. And then
can't do it anymore.
Mail them to me.
Nobody uses CDs. I don't have a computer that I can put a CD in anymore. How am I going to burn it?
It's true. I don't have a car I can put a CD in.
Yeah.
I put a car, but you have a CD in my car.
Well, then why am I going to send you a hodgepodge CD?
This is a solid point. So
you won't be able to play it.
This is a great thing to talk about.
I'm glad we talked about Usher.
Yeah, we talked through it. Shouts to Usher, just bringing all the memories back. Gotta love it. All right. Speaking of people who were famous back in the 90s, and 1 out of the 5 of them is still famous now. NSYNC put out a new song. It's called Better Place, and you know, it's a song for the Trolls soundtrack. Chris, thoughts?
That's my thought. Is like I listened to it once and there was nothing memorable about it other than like, maybe I don't understand and fully grasp the gravity of the Trolls franchise, but like, this is what you guys came back for a Trolls movie. This is what we're doing. Like all this anticipated. Oh, New Kids on the Block came back. Backstreet Boys came back. When's NSYNC going to do it? When's Justin going to get reunited? Oh, logically, it's when they put out the next Trolls movie. Like, obviously, that's when they would get together. So here we are. I couldn't believe that this is what they did it for.
This is to defend Trolls, not to defend NSYNC in putting this out.
Okay.
The Trolls movies are great. You have young kids. Trolls movies are great. Introduces them to like new songs and stuff, which I think is always fun with the Trolls and the Sing franchise too. Great movies to introduce your kids to new songs and stuff, or older songs or whatever. But yeah, I don't know if you saw any of the videos that they put out like before this song came out. Like they were in the studio crying, like just
what?
Talking about how, yeah, like there's a video of Justin Timberlake. You can see this on his Instagram where like he's talking to the guys. They're all in the studio together. And it's just like everything aligned, right? The stars aligned. And then at the end of the video, Justin is like about to cry. And then Joey gives him a hug. And I'm like, so this was the song? Or is there another song that we don't know about that you guys are crying over? Because I have a very hard time believing that this song is when you guys were like, you know, the stars align. This is it. Let me. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like those videos can't be the same. Or if they are, I don't know. This song is a song.
Yeah, it's not, there's nothing special about it. This is all very curious. To me. And at the end of the day, none of us wanted them to come back for new music.
Nope.
Just play the old stuff, okay? Because you're not getting like the kids in high school right now with their baggy cargo pants with pockets at the ankles to come out to an NSYNC show because you like grabbed them with this new music. Know your audience.
Yeah.
And I guess they kind of know their audience because we're all parents now and our kids are going to watch Trolls, like you said. But like,
yeah,
come on, guys.
I was just there was so much just build up and the videos of them being emotional. I was like,
I gotta go look that up.
Yeah, you have to look it up. You'll think less of the song after watching. you'll think less of the song after watching that video. Because all I could think about when I listened, I was like, you seriously, guys? You guys got emotional over this? Sounds like Justin just sent him a track and said, hey guys, this is the song we're doing. You guys, it's like, Lance, what are you doing? A podcast? You need to check. Joey, what are you doing? You need to check. JC, we haven't seen you in forever. You need to check. Let's go.
Yeah. I guess welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. I guess. Maybe. All right, let's get into the thing everybody's talking about. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift has taken over the NFL. She is the new Roger Goodell. If you told people that Taylor Swift was the new commissioner of the NFL, I believe that half the country would believe you. Because Jesus Christ, is she everywhere? She is dominated NFL coverage in a way that I can't believe it. Like, I feel like the football was Deion for the first 2 weeks of September, Taylor Swift for the last 2 weeks of September, and that's football to begin. That's it.
Yeah. And all of it annoys me. And it's like, the reason is not because I even have anything against Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce for that matter. I did find her specifically annoying years ago, but like have kind of gotten over that and just accepted the fact that her music's catchy and it's fine. But like, she's already in everything. So can I just have football for myself? Like, that's all. I'm not hearing about her to begin with.
Yeah.
But so like, do we have, I don't know. Like, I don't need 20 cuts to the luxury suite to find out if she's clapping for Travis Kelce getting a first down. I don't know. It's just like, it gets like anything. Too much of anything is not good for anybody. Dee, fun fact. Water could kill you if you drink too much of it. Literally anything could be bad for you if you have too much of it. And I feel like I'm drowning in Taylor Swift right now, and it needs to stop.
I feel you. That is exactly how I feel right now. I am drowning in Taylor Swift. The first week at the Chiefs game felt somewhat, as much as I feel like this is a publicity stunt, she's got the re-records of her in 1989 coming out. She's got the movie coming out that everyone's going to go see. It's genius marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's them dating or anything. I think they both are in it together because Travis Kelce, not afraid of cameras. Just, if you're new here, Travis Kelce, like, they now have the #1 podcast, him and his brother, like, on iTunes.
Wasn't he on E like a couple of years ago?
Yes, with a reality dating show. He's hosted Saturday Night Live, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I have nothing wrong with that. I like players to have personality. He is, even before the Taylor Swift thing, he was probably the most famous non-quarterback football player anyways. Because that's the thing about the NFL. Like, a lot of guys that we know, but like, if they walked in the room with us, we'd have no idea who they were.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's one of those recognizable guys that is not a quarterback. So, dude, I don't know. It's just, it's a lot of Taylor. I felt like last night was too much. The Jets game just felt like way too much. The Chiefs thing at least felt organic. Last night just felt like, okay, all right, we got to end this. We got to end this.
Yeah. And like walking in with the entourage, I think she was there with like Ryan Reynolds and his wife. I don't know. It's just like, it's just way too much when people are tuning in. Like again, like, know your audience. Who's tuning into this football game? It's mostly people that want to watch a football game. Why else would people be tuning in to watch the Jets. But mostly it's people that want to watch a football game, don't want to see that. But like, yeah, I think it's clearly publicity too. Cause like, I think at the first commercial break, there was like a 60-second ad for her thing that's coming out.
Yeah.
So, and she claps weird. She doesn't, I'm going to move the mic away.
Let's talk about it.
She doesn't like, like with the wrist clapping, use your wrist to clap. She takes her hands and just like with her arms, like mashes her hands together like this. It's the weirdest thing. You would think somebody in entertainment who's applauded every night would understand how to, she doesn't know how to clap. Go back to the shots of the Chiefs game and watch her clap. It's the most awkward clap I've ever seen.
Okay. This might use like Brunch investigates. Do famous people who get applauded every night know how to clap? Does Beyonce know how to clap?
Yeah, maybe they're not visual learners.
I'm like, does Adele know how to clap? Like, I'm starting to think of these people who are constantly applauded. They walk in a room, people clap. Like, doesn't matter what they do, they clap. Do they themselves know how to clap?
That's a great question. Maybe not.
I'm gonna have to just like look this stuff up because I've never thought about it. It's like, because you see these people, I feel like they show people a lot, unlike, because Taylor is a lot different than a lot of other celebrities you see. Like, because you always see celebrities courtside at NBA games and stuff, but like they never really show them cheering. So I'm like, do we have video of Beyonce clapping?
It would have to be at like an award show, right? If somebody gets an award and she claps for them.
But there's something about sports clapping that's different than that. Because like award show clapping is like, okay,
like golf clap.
Golf clap. It's like you're clapping, you know what I mean? Maybe you stand up, you clap, but you know when you're supposed to do it. But sports clapping's like more spontaneous.
Yeah, and there's
you don't get a chance
behind
to think. Yeah. And I'm like, wow.
Dude, go back and look at the clips of her at the game in Arrowhead. She just mashes her arms together. It looks so strange and so uncomfortable. That's maybe what bothers me the most about all this, but otherwise I'll be happy when it's over, because it's gonna be over.
I think it's over. I honestly think it's over now. I think the whole point of this was get people warmed up with her showing up in Kansas City, and then it just so happened that the next game was in New York City. Like, I feel like, come on, guys. It's not like she showed up to Chiefs Vikings in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't go to a Jacksonville Jaguars game. Like, this is Chiefs Jets. Like, dude, on Sunday Night Football. Like, this wasn't 1 p.m. against, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't Taylor Swift in Cleveland watching Travis Kelce, like, at 1 o'clock.
And like the crazy part of it was Aaron Rodgers has been like rehabbing his Achilles on the West Coast, and he flew into New York to like be there because he knew how many distractions were going to be there for this game, and they barely even talked about him.
No,
there was like one clip of like, oh, he's on crutches, but he's walking a little bit, and but like, okay, back to the luxury suite. That was it.
Yeah, like no one cares.
Yeah, too much.
Well, let's get into our last topic here. It's our September MVP. Do we have Dan's video queued up, ready to go?
I don't have Dan's video queued up, ready to go, but I can try and queue it up while you talk about the September MVP.
All right. So my September MVP is millennials. Millennials are just winning this month. That's just what it is, because of nostalgia and just because of just things that we're just winning with. Here's the thing. We got 2 concert tours going to movies theaters. So we've got Beyonce, just announced it yesterday. Taylor Swift concert tour, going to stores. We got NSYNC back. We got Deion back. It's just millennials and nostalgia. And if you are in your mid 30s, early 40s, you are winning with all of the things that were super, super popular this month. Maybe minus Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, depending on where you fit. But everything else, I feel like this was just a big win, a big September for millennials and nostalgia. So that's who I think just won September, millennials. So shouts to us.
Yeah,
I just had a lot of fun this month, and the NSYNC thing on the other side of it, making fun of people who are millennials who loved NSYNC. I had fun just making fun of people. The thought of like, you guys really want to see Chris Kirkpatrick dance in 2023? Okay, guys. Sure. But I had fun with that. It was a very fun month of pop culture topics and things like that. And, and just thinking about how different it's going to be a year from now when we're deep into presidential election coverage. So enjoy it.
God.
Enjoy it all.
That's right. That's right.
Enjoy it all, guys. It's all going to go to shit. Just letting you know, a year from now, these smiles might be different.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Enjoy it now. Like you hate Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. You're going to wish for it a year from now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So enjoy it now.
I'll pine for the days when Taylor Swift's commercial was on and not political commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll do mine. And then after that, I'll try to play Dan's. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, you know what? I'm going to cut it. No one will ever know. Even though I just said this, I guess they'll probably know. My September MVP is actually a West Virginia Mountaineer there, Daniel Dudley. Pat McAfee is everywhere. Like, he has worked his way into, if you're a sports fan, I think like the coolest gig of all time, because he has his own show, was doing it on YouTube for years, built up a huge audience, and then found a way to get ESPN to pay him to do the exact same show, not change anything, continue to curse, continue to do things exactly how he always has done, but put it on national cable television. And he's getting amazing guests now that he's working with ESPN. They're flying him out to college game day locations every single week. They're doing live shows at the college game day locations every single week. He had The Rock on, which will be our supported presidential candidate next year. Like, he's the most famous person in sports, not named Travis Kelce right now. It's unbelievable. And I find him very entertaining. I honestly do. Like, even Katie, she watches the Pat McAfee show because she's like, it feels like they're just like, if you were to hang out with friends and talk about sports, that's how they talk about the stuff, and they don't get too into the weeds. They make it entertaining. I really enjoy watching the show, and I've been on leave, so I've had a little bit more time over the last few weeks to like actually watch TV, and I've enjoyed it. So if we all did the sports media thing back in the day, and I think if I were still doing that, I would look at what he's doing as like, man, I wish I was there. I feel like that's the coolest job. So shout out to Pat McAfee.
Yeah, shouts to Pat McAfee, because I'm not the biggest fan of Pat McAfee, but the one thing I do and I've always liked and respected about Pat McAfee is that he just did his own thing, and it's different than anything else. Even when they had him calling college football games, which he still might do, but I know that he was doing that at first. And I know he was doing that like on ESPN like a few years ago and stuff. And like, I just like that he was just not doing the same thing where everybody's trying to sound like Iron Eagle. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I just like the fact that he's not trying to be Colin Cowherd, or not trying to be Stephen A. Smith, or not trying to be this person that's already famous like everyone else is doing. He's always just been, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wear a tank top. I'm going to yell. I'm going to be me. That's what I'm going to do. And like, I'm going to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. And I'm like, on a national level, I'm going to talk about Neil Brown, who nobody fucking knows, from West Virginia. And you're on a national sports show. What are you doing? But it's also like, cool, just do what you want.
Yeah.
And, and I just think I've always thought that was cool, because I like when people, whether I like you or not, or like what you do or not, like, I just want people to do different things. And like, I've always liked that. So I like that. Yeah. Big fan.
Shout out to him. All right, I'm going to try and play Dan's video here. And Didi, if you don't hear anything, then tell me you don't hear anything. And what I'm going to do, here's the magic behind the scenes. If you don't hear anything, I'm going to actually cut out you saying I don't hear anything. And then I'm going to splice Dan's video in to the audio afterwards. And then everybody's going to hear it like it never happened. Except, again, for the fact that I just said all this shit and they're actually going to know.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so we'll try sharing. You see Dan's ugly face?
Yep.
All right, let's hit play and see if it makes sound.
It's gonna go. Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, let me see if I can do anything about the audio. I don't know.
Oh, well.
Oh, share sound. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if this works. All the way back to the beginning.
Gentlemen, how are you? I'm coming to you here from London, England. Sorry I can't be with you this week, but I wanted to jump in on this topic, my MVP for September. Plenty of great options to choose from. Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, NSYNC, football's back. No, not for me. For me, I'm giving my MVP to the writers' strike. That's right, the writers that went on strike. You are getting my MVP because of those writers going on strike, we had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson return to WWE for the first time in many moons.
Of course.
For one of the most electrifying returns ever. And it was all because, frankly, he had nothing else to do. No movies, no TV shows, nothing. So thank you, writers who went on strike, for giving us Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming back home. Hope you boys have a good episode this week. I will see you on the other side of the pond next week.
He could have at least done it in an English accent, like.
There's a couple things there. Where are you? Like, could you have given us a solid background? You're in London. You're on vacation.
No. He went for the real London experience. He's in a back alley somewhere.
Yes.
And God only knows what happened to him after that. It might be the last footage of Dan that we ever see.
It might be. It looks like it's a hostage video. Like, what are we doing? Dan, like, I saw him post a picture of Buckingham Palace. Like, dude, could you do it there? Like, you talked for a minute. You could do this anywhere. Like, do better. But that is so on brand that Dan was like, writer strike. Happy you guys didn't get paid. You brought The Rock back. Good work.
Yeah. It all comes back to wrestling. Good for you, Dan. Happy for you.
Yes.
We got to mention The Rock multiple times, which is good. Again, Rock
Always.
2024.
Please.
We're here for it.
Yes. So that was good. September MVPs. Excited to see who the MVPs are in October. Millennials, Pat McAfee, and the writer strike for bringing The Rock back. Not The Rock, the MVP, the writer strike. Just writers not being able to work. Good job, Dan.
Yeah.
Stay on brand. All right. Well, let's get into music before we get out of here. Chris, what you got, man? What's on your playlist this week?
The first one I have is, I don't even know why I've been listening to this, but I pulled up, it's Rise or Die Trying is the album from 4 Years Strong. It came out in 2007. I have vivid memories of listening to this album full blast in the car while sitting in traffic in Pittsburgh, going to a summer class in Oakland that I took. Shout out to Psychology 101. I took it with Levance Fields. But I listened to this album all the time. And I just, for whatever reason, was like, oh yeah, I want to listen to that again. And so I did, and it's great. And I think I'm going to put the song Catastrophe on our playlist this week. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last week. And I'm going to start sending these over to Dan.
Smart.
Whether he likes it or not.
Very
what time
smart.
is it in London right now?
Oh, I don't know. There was a London. Why is everybody going to London right now? I've had like 6 or 7 friends, like just randomly, whether, different from different places going to London at this time of year. Why? I just need to know why.
Maybe there was a Groupon. I don't know.
Oh, that's it.
You never know.
Groupon. Done. Groupon. Cashing in all those Costco points. I got it.
That's it.
Genius. All right. My first one is Doja Cat, Agora Hills. I was gonna put another song on here, but I'm not gonna do that. Agora Hills by Doja Cat, because it's funny how one of the things I like about this, like, you're listening to a song and you're like, oh, this reminds me of this song from 2000 whatever. Well, this song, I don't know if you remember the Gucci Gucci Prada song by Krayshawn from 2011 or 12. Well, this song Agora Hills it sounds like that song from like 2011 or 12. Agora Hills by Doja Cat. It really got me in my feels, and I had to listen to Krayshawn. I was like, hey, I don't know what Krayshawn's up to, but I'm giving her some streams because I had to listen to that song again. So Agora Hills by Doja Cat really got me in my old school feels of 2011, 2012.
I have not heard Krayshawn in so long. This has been a great episode.
Dude,
I love that.
It is. I honestly, and that's the first, and I haven't heard Krayshawn in forever either. But I heard the way the song was going, and I was like, oh my God, Krayshawn. When you're in traffic for a while, you just have a lot of time to think. Krayshawn, bam.
Magic happens in traffic. All right, my next one is a new single from Neck Deep. It Won't Be Like This Forever. They have an album coming out. I don't remember exactly when, but I believe this is a pre-release from that album. And if you're unfamiliar with Neck Deep, they're like one of the most famous pop punk bands on planet Earth these days. They're from the UK, very catchy stuff. They're a band that has consistently, from album to album, for me, as somebody who likes like the roots of pop punk, they've evolved but not strayed too far from what makes them good, which I really appreciate. And it sounds like this next album is going to be one that I really like. So that is song number 2 from me.
Nice. All right. And Chris, you just had a wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary. Here's Breland's anniversary off the deluxe edition of his album, Cross Country Anniversary by Breland. Just put out the deluxe edition. And it's like 6 songs they put at the top, and then the rest of the album goes. But Anniversary is one of my favorites. So check that out.
I like it. Yeah, man, it's a trip when you have this many kids to just even have both people remember. Like we almost totally forgot that we had an anniversary coming up. It is crazy. It's crazy.
Listen, that's it's a weird thing with anniversaries. You know why I remember my anniversary? Because it's on New Year's Eve.
Right. Yeah.
Like if my anniversary was on October 22nd, I wouldn't remember that shit.
Yeah. All right, my last one, another old song. I don't really have a good reason why I'm putting it on the playlist other than I like it. It's from the Wonder Years. It's called Passing Through a Screen Door. When did this song even come out? This was this is 10 years old. So we're going to put it on the playlist because of the 10-year anniversary. That's from their album, The Greatest Generation, which is funny because we just talked about the most interesting generation, which is us. Yeah, I don't know. I just like this song. So we're going to rock with it.
Nice. My last one is Water by Tyler. And there are 2 reasons. One, this song is great. If you like Afro beats, if you like little chill, great vibes music, I love this song. But the reason why I found out about the song, because there is a TikTok trend that is hilarious right now with this song. And it's people trying to do the dance she does in the video, and they all do it poorly. And it's hysterical watching some people do it well, and then a lot of people just do it poorly. It's like a lot of people are like, this dance to Tyler's Water is humbling people all over the internet. That's the article I saw, and it's just so funny watching them try, because she like moves her hips in this like sexy way or whatever, and it looks easy, and then people are trying it, and it's hilarious to see. So if you're bored on the TikToks, try to check that trend out. But the song is actually really good, so I'm happy it's getting popular because of TikTok, but like the song's really good. So Water by Tyler.
Nice.
And that's the sounds of brunch.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you check it out on Spotify. Tell Alexa, tell Siri to play the sounds of brunch. And I hope something in my house doesn't start playing the sounds of brunch right now. So yeah. I'm sure it is.
Or you could listen to these recommendations and burn them on a CD.
You could. And if you have a CD burner and you're in Pittsburgh, hit up Chris so he can get me my CDs. Yeah.
And then Didi, you just buy a CD player and then you can enjoy them.
That's the other part of it.
Do you have a DVD player?
No.
Oh, because sometimes those can just play music.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm like, damn, I don't have a DVD player.
Hold on a second.
Weird, isn't it?
Hold on a second. This is how we're gonna end the show today. I'm going on Amazon.com and I'm typing in Discman. Jesus. They're like actually expensive.
It's an artifact.
I'm looking at the top results. $39.95, $63.91, $20.43, $34.99, $49. This is absurd. Well, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How do I sort by price low to high? Okay, now it's just chords. $21.99. How is that possible? That seems like a lot of money.
Dude, what you're not understanding is that like in 20 years, it won't be dinosaurs in science museums. It's going to be Discman. People are going to be scraping for artifacts. They're going to be Discman. Going to be, Sony Walkman that people are going to be looking for. And kids are going to be, there's going to be a guy in baggy pants and cargo shorts. And he's going to be, that's going to be your docent at the museum telling you everything that happened in this time. So 20, 30 years, get rid of the dinosaurs. There's going to be a big Discman at the Pittsburgh airport. And that's what's going to welcome you in. Franco will still be there. Don't worry. Franco.
Okay, I was going to see if they're getting rid of Franco.
Franco will, in George Washington or whatever, somebody still be there. But there will be a huge Discman. The dinosaur is going to be gone. Dude, dinosaurs aren't going to be cool soon.
This is news to me. So I found a 60-second anti-shock, including headphones, $21.99. It's the best deal I could find.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's because it's a collector's item.
I'm going to send this to Katie so that we remember to get it for you for your birthday.
Please.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. Any final thoughts on the brunch breakdown?
I just enjoyed brunch over lunch with you today, Didi. This was nice.
Yes, I enjoyed this too. Everybody, thanks for listening to the brunch breakdown. We're out.